Hello, hello, class! Today is September 23rd. Hump Day! Okay, so we're going to continue with solving equations. We're going to continue with multi-step equations. It just means it takes several steps to solve it. Okay? Alright, so here's how it goes. Alright, two parts of solving equations. No matter what kind of equation you're doing, you are always going to first undo what's been done. Okay, you're undoing, just like how I mentioned in the last two videos. It's like taking off your shoes, right? You're undoing things when you come home. You take off your shoes, you take off your hat, you take off your clothes. You're undoing everything that you already did in the morning. Okay, and this number two thing is do the same thing to both sides. You gotta balance it out. So if you're gonna subtract on one side, you gotta subtract on the other side. If you're gonna add on one side, you add on the other side, and so forth. Two things you gotta remember when solving any kind of equation. Okay? Now, the order of operation is PEMDAS, right? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, or division, addition, subtraction, okay? These two are the same level. Now, when you are solving for x, as I told you before, we are undoing everything, okay? So we're going to go in the reverse order, okay? So instead of doing parentheses first, you're going to do addition, subtraction first. Then division, multiplication. Then exponents, then parentheses. So we're going in the reverse order of how we do things. We're taking it apart, okay? Go back to two steps real quick. So right now, we have 2x plus 5 equals 17. I'm going to draw a big line there. And remember, we're undoing first. So right now, 2 is being multiplied by x, but we don't want to undo that yet. We want to subtract 5 first. Remember, we want to get rid of our friends first, okay? Because we want to subtract, because right now it's being added, we want to do the opposite. So 2x, this becomes 0, equals 17 minus 5 is 12, okay? So now we have 2x equals 12. We want to undo what's happening to x. Right now, x and 2 are being multiplied, so we want to divide. Undoing is by dividing. So 1x, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, equals 6. Okay? So our answer is x equals 6, but of course we have to check it. Are you ready to check it? Alright, so let's check it by plugging in 6 for x. Okay? So then we have 12, or 6 times 2 plus 5 equals 17. Now what's 6 times 2? 12 plus 5. And does that equal 17? Yes, it does. We're good to go. Alright? Good. Check it with the calculator as well to make sure that you are on point. Okay, let's do another one with a fraction. Now, this means right here that x is being divided by 3 and then it's also being subtracted by 2. So we're looking at those two things that's happening, but of course we have to go the reverse order of operations. So right now we're focusing on subtracting by 2. We're going to do the opposite of that. So we're going to add 2, and remember to keep it balanced, so we have to add 2 to both sides. So we have x over 3, and this becomes 0 equals 10. Now, what's happening now? X is being divided by 3. So what's the opposite of dividing by 3? Multiplying by 3. So we're going to multiply 3 to both sides. So 3 divided by 3 is just 1. So we have 1x equals 30. And then we got to check our work. Remember to check your work, okay? Okay, if you get confused about checking your work, you could always use a calculator. Don't make it a crutch, though. So remember we said x was 30, so now we're going to go in and we put 30 for x. 30 divided by 3 is 10 minus 2. Does that equal 8? Yes, it does. Woohoo! More, and you will do 2 triads, okay? 1 second. Whew, so this one looks a little bit harder, but it's not, okay? So first thing we need to do is we need to combine like terms. Don't forget combine like terms and distributing, because you always want to do that before you solve, Okay, the other two problems was you couldn't combine or distribute because it was already all combined and distributed. But here you can combine. You combine the y's right there. Okay, don't forget that negative, okay? So then we have 6y plus a negative 3y, okay, plus 4. And then on this side, we can combine those two. So then we have negative 5 plus 17, and then plus y. So you combine it over here, you're going to get 3y plus 4, just bring down that 4, equals negative 5 plus 17 is 12 plus y. Okay? So then you solve like you usually would. So let's solve. 1 second. Okay, so we have two y's. So we have to get the y's together. Okay? So I'm going to subtract a y here, subtract a y there. And you'll see what's going to happen. Right here we get, remember if there's no y, it's a y in front. It's a 1 in front. So 3y minus 1y is 2y. Just bring this down. Equals 12. This becomes 0. Okay, because y minus y is 0. Now it becomes a two-step equation right here. Okay, it's a two-step equation. We're going to add 4 to both. Oh, not add 4. Not good. We're going to subtract 4 to both sides because we have to do the opposite of adding. We get 2y equals 8. Then we have to do the opposite of multiplying, which is dividing by 2. And we get y equals 4. Let's check our answer. Alright, we got 4 for our answer. I know this might seem tedious, but it ensures that we get the right answer, okay? So we want to do this step. So we're going to put 4 for everything that has the variable y, right? So I put 4 there. I put 4 there, I put 4 there, and then we solve it. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 4, minus, what's negative 3 times 4 is 12. And then we have equals negative 5 plus 4 plus 17. Let's see if they equal each other. So then we're going to do 24. You can always use a calculator, remember. So this is 28 minus 12 equals, this is negative 1 plus 17. Okay. This is 16 and this is 16. Check! It's correct. I'm going to give you 2 try-its. It won't be as hard as the last one, but I will give you 2 try-its. 1 second. Alright, so remember, for the first one, you want to distribute. And for the second one, you want to combine, distribute, and then solve your equation. Remember, a lot of people are getting confused in class between a minus sign and a negative sign. If you see a minus sign, just make that plus negative. They're the same exact thing. Don't forget that. Okay, I hope you have a great day. I'm feeling a little sick, but I hope I get better. I will see you tomorrow.